It's the who's who of swine flu. The latest victim, one of the Backstreet Boys, Brian Luttrell.
Unfortunately, I was diagnosed with the swine flu.
Using YouTube to apologize to fans for missing appearances.
And my job right now is to stay away from as many people as I can.
Is he almost crying? Big boys don't cry, not even in boy bands. Even Harry Potter's best friend,
I think I love her,
caught the H1N1 virus.
It was just like normal flu.
News anchors are dropping like flies.
My family won't talk to me.
But the state has full confidence in the vaccines and is not budging.
If we allow parents to pick and choose their vaccines or the particular vaccine choices for their children, that it could potentially put not only their own kids at risk, but also the community at risk.
Health officials say children spread germs so easily, the state has to step in.
Closing. Going down. 4th floor. Doors closing. Going down. 3rd floor. Doors closing. Going down. Yes, you're all going down with bugs. Because the man in the blue jacket sneezed and spread his germs everywhere. Yes, you're all definitely going down.
Germs can live on surfaces for several hours, so to prevent the spread of germs when you cough or sneeze, catch it in a clean tissue, bin it and kill it by washing your hands as soon as you can. Catch it, bin it, kill it.
Are trying to study. One is how effective is the vaccine and are there any adverse side effects? Let me point out, I mean, this is very early clinical data, Campbell, really only since September 9th have they been studying some of this. So what we're hearing is that the 2 shots for kids under the age of 9 seems to be best in terms of producing the best response, making the immune system able to fight off a potential infection. People over that age, 1 shot seems to do the trick. It's a very small difference if you add another shot.
It sounds unreal, nearly half the population infected with swine flu, but the government believes that could happen. That has federal officials leaning on drug makers to hurry up with the vaccine and somehow make it available as early as next month.
It's a plausible scenario that we need to be ready for.
According to a newly released presidential advisory report, between 60 and 120 million Americans could get sick with the swine flu this fall and winter. Another 30 million could be infected with the virus but not show symptoms. As many as 1.8 million people could be hospitalized, and 90,000 Americans could die, more than twice the deaths of a normal flu season.
Well, first of all, now wait just a minute. Hang on just a second. I got to get in here. CDC says it's safe. I'm afraid that the CDC has gotten a vaccine together because they're afraid this flu is going to spread across America and kill a lot of people. And that healthcare workers in Albany, New York... No, I'm telling you, why don't we just be honest for a second? When the CDC comes out and says that, and then, I mean, I understood this, my understanding of your argument was that you didn't want the government telling you what to put in your body. I understood that. But this thing, with you not really having direct knowledge of what's in this vaccine, and then telling our viewers, some of whom might be very, very sick if they don't get this vaccine, I just don't feel like that's very responsible.
There's a lot of information out there that suggests that the swine flu in most people is a mild illness and that you will derive better immunity from a mild case in which your body produces the antibodies
for. And it kills others.
You know, and the seasonal flu kills a lot of people every year. And
I know it does, and I'm not afraid of the seasonal flu shot.
Mr. Smith?
Well, I'm not here to. This has just sort of blindsided me. My understanding was that you didn't think the federal government ought to be telling you what you must shoot into your body. That I got. But you've done no research on this thing. The Centers for Disease Control has dozens and dozens and hundreds of dedicated people who the last thing in the world they'd want to do is hurt anybody. And I can't imagine a world where they would put something out that they knew was not necessarily safe, and to have a healthcare worker who's not done a single bit of research on this particular vaccine to tell our viewers that it might be bad for them, to me seems irresponsible. But to be telling the CDC with absolutely no information, if you have it, please send it to us and I'll retract it. But if you don't have research which says this thing is bad for you, then to tell our viewers as a healthcare worker that it is, I think is irresponsible. And for that reason, with great respect, and I wouldn't want the government telling me what to put in my body either, but to tell our viewers that it's bad for them when we don't know, I just don't think that's the right thing to do. I wish you well in your quest, though.
A lot of people have been injured by vaccines, Mr. Smith.
I'm aware of this, but I don't think this is responsible, and as a result, we're going to end it here. Good luck with your protest.
And that's what the Commissioner would like to say. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Look, I thought this was about the government telling people... We're through. I thought this was about the government telling you what you can and can't shoot in your body. That's what this segment was supposed to be about. And if I had known that a healthcare worker who doesn't have the research is going to say that the CDC is wrong and that this vaccine is going to hurt you, I wouldn't have let it on the air. All right? That's it. So here we go.
Thank you for downloading this Council on Foreign Relations podcast.
John Moore from Cornell Medical School. So I think we're all aware that the anti-vaccine movement is having a field day on the internet and on media outlets like Fox News and so on, and causing reductions in vaccine uptake. And it appears to be a pretty unholy alliance of the ultra-right and the ultra-left working together in a sort of Hitler-Stalin pact. And I'm not sure that we're countering these people very well. And you have to take these people on in a different style than scientists are used to. We have to develop better sound bites. We have to develop better discussion. Or you can't really debate these people, but you have to develop better counter methods. And for example, you hear that we shouldn't take flu vaccines because the mercury will kill us. Well, Paul Offit in the New York Times last week pointed out that there is less mercury in a flu shot than there is in a tuna fish sandwich. And that's a powerful soundbite to use against the crazy people.
I think what would work better would be to say that there was a shortage and people tend to line up more for something that's in demand. We saw that there was one season where really people lined up all night to get a flu shot, and I mean.
And look, this is one time. Forget the conspiracy. Listen to our government agencies. These guys are telling the truth. You know, there's no conspiracy here, folks. Just get your damn vaccine.
All right. Thank you, doctor. Thank you.
South Paris, dozens of National Guard troops dressed in riot gear spent the day fighting off angry crowds desperately trying to get their hands on vaccinations against the H1N1 flu. At least that's what it all looked like. This was a drill, however, for guardsmen in the event of a swine flu pandemic. Steve Minnick has more from Oxford Hills High School.
Now, what you see here is a situation these National Guardsmen and police hope they never have to deal with. But there is the possibility, since Oxford Hills High School is a dispensing point for the vaccination.
During riots, you know, hey, there's the medicine, we want it now. They're going to overwhelm the local PDs.
It's a what-if worst-case scenario. What if local police were not enough to quell crowds of people so panicked to get a flu shot they turned violent? Well, that is when they'd call in the National Guard.
Hey, kids, we're ready to roll. Stopping that virus, that's our goal. So come on, everybody, we're getting the shot. It might hurt a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But it's gonna help a whole lot.
This vaccination is a great opportunity. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. To do something for yourself and your community. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The virus won't spread if we don't let it.
So roll up your sleeves and come and get it.
If I don't get the virus, I won't give it to you. If you don't give it to me, I won't give it to her. If I don't get it from her, I won't give it to them. That's true.
If I don't get the virus, I won't give
give it to you.